All right. Hello, Rhea. What's up?
Afternoon, sir. Just
What did
doing
you?
the work that you sent.
Okay. I was just gonna ask you if you saw the question.
Pardon, sir?
I was just gonna ask you if you saw the question.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So, okay. I see that we have 10, what, 9 persons. Kelly D, you're back in the house today. I haven't seen you in a while. What's up?
Yes, sir. I'm back, sir.
Okay, Miss Kelly. I hope you're still sharp like a razor.
Of course, sir.
Okay. All right. So I was trying to share the document, but it's not working at all for me. Not sure why. Uh, is anybody using a laptop? Anybody using a laptop?
Me, sir.
Okay. All right. So could you try sharing the document, the the question for us? Because I'm not able to share it from either of my devices. I don't think so. Let me see what's up with this one.
Sir, are you seeing it?
Yes, I'm seeing it. Thank you. Could you enlarge it now? So give me some zoom. All right, go larger still. All right, excellent. Uh bring me to the first page. All right. So, good afternoon, students. Welcome to our class. We're going to pray before we start. Father, we give you thanks for another day. We thank you for our spirit life. We thank you for mercy. And we thank you, O God, that you are God alone. You are God all by yourself. We thank you that we can meet in this fashion, and we pray that whatsoever will be discussed, O God, that it will add value to our lives. In Jesus' name, amen. Brianna, like the document just disappeared.
1 second, sir.
Okay. All right. So everybody should have the document by them, despite it not being on the screen. So we are just going to run through. So this is what your paper will look like. So this is what your paper will look like. So you're supposed to read the instructions carefully. This paper has 3 sections as follows. Section A is 1, 2, and 3, which we would have completed as the family, the individual, and society, looking at governments, groups, and institutions, the functions of government, the political party, voting, etc. So we would have completed section A of the syllabus already. We would have also started looking at section B, which is the development and the use of resources, birth rate, death rate, migration, population density, and so forth. All right. So now that we are finished with section A, I want you to get an idea of what the questions in section A would be like, and the expectations as it relates to answering these questions successfully. All right. Last time out, we would have looked at the SBA, and last week, Thursday, we would have looked at some possible multiple choice items which would have appeared in section A. So now we are going to look at possible questions in section A from paper 2. All right. So let's go. So let's go to the first phase. So answer 2 questions from this section. It is very important that you read the instructions. All right. So as you move into each section, you read the instruction carefully. All answers must be given in complete sentences. So even if it's 1 mark that they require, the statement says you must answer in a complete sentence, right? So it can't be a fragment, must be complete. Where questions require explanation, suggestion, proposal, or reason, you should develop your response fully. You should do what? Develop your response fully. So it's a case where the examiners do not expect that you would leave off some of the information and say, oh, the examiner should know what you're talking about. Many persons have that statement on their lips that, oh, sir, you know what I'm talking about. No, I don't. All right. So Notice the first definition. 2 marks, and it's a simple definition. They ask you to define the term bigamy. We could do that in the first line alone, right? But the fact that they have placed the lines there suggests that they intend for you to use up at least 3 of the lines, right? Also, given that there are some persons who write larger than others, and then the lines are also there for that purpose, right? So you're going to define the term bigamy. Who will do that quickly? Coming up, we don't have all day because we want to go through the 3 questions. So let's go.
Sir, bigamy is the act of entering into a marriage with one person while still legally married to another.
Must Kelly that. Kelly, that's you?
No, sir, it's Brianna.
Brianna? Brianna who?
Hyman.
Oh, my screen share. All right. So say that again and say it slow. You're going too fast. You sound like Kelly. Slow.
Bigamy is the act of entering into a marriage with one person while still legally married to another.
All right. Excellent. Right? Anybody want to give an example? Brianna, you want to give an example? So bigamy is committed when you are you're previously married, and you enter into a relationship with an next person, and then you go married to that person. That is bigamy. And bigamy tends to occur in cases where we
Sir,
find
sir, for example, if like you said, sir, if someone gets married before his or her previous marriage, sir, probably before the divorce papers are finalized.
right, yeah,
Or, sir, could it be like when back in the Bible days, sir, when the kings would have more than one wives?
yeah, that's an example, but they didn't call it bigamy at that point because the laws allowed for that to happen. So that wouldn't be considered bigamy. I remember bigamy is a legal term, so bigamy is not applicable right across the world. So we find that these things occur like in cases where so you're living in Jamaica, for whatever reason you've migrated overseas, and then when you're overseas you find somebody, you fall in love and get married to that person, right? That's one of the common threads of examples as it relates to Caribbean people, right? Uh, so beautiful definition, Brianna. Um, let's see what's next. State 2 factors that may cause newly married couples to delay parenthood. So state 2 factors that may cause newly married couples to delay parenthood. So we want to just identify what parenthood is about. So basically, taking a child into your household and being the legal ward or guardian for these individuals, or whether it is that you're going to have the child through adoption or live birth, right? So that's basically what parenthood entails. So why would you delay bringing a child into the relationship?
Sir, probably because they don't want to what should I say? Alright, sir. So some people they tend to have whatever jealousy, sir, and probably you think that having a child it would interfere. I think the word something so I think the word I heard I think is marital equity or something like that, sir.
All right.
Sir,
Kelly, when you're coming with your answer, and you have to get it together straight, so that when you start answering, you just flow right through. All right.
alright, sir. So the birth of a child would interfere with the passion or the intimacy of a particular couple, sir.
All right. So answer the question now, without um as in how you would actually write it on paper. Remember, it says that you should have or answer incomplete sentences.
Okay, sir. So, what question say? State two factors. Okay, so factor one. My couple. Sir, come back to me, sir. Let me put the answer together.
Okay, Kelly. All right, Martin, go ahead.
All right, sir. Well, sir, I was going to say financial, but somebody sent it in the chat before I got my chance to speak. So I go and say long distance relationships. So if a couple is in a long distance relationship, it would be hard for them to take care of the child, as it would only be one parent at a time if the child is able to even see both parents, since it's only one taking care of them, and it might be too much of a stress on that parent alone.
Excellent, Martin. Excellent. Very clear, well developed. Very good. Kelly, we are back to you now.
Okay, sir. So, in the event that parenthood should present itself to newly married couples, it can be delayed because um the one of the a partner has fertility issues and are medical challenges, sir. So a partner has medical challenges and they decide to find solutions or see if they can find solutions to solve the issue.
But that wouldn't be so much a decision to delay parenthood. That would be a reason why parenthood may be delayed, which is not necessarily what they're talking about. So
So,
they're
sir, they got married and they never know about it, sir.
no, they're saying that the couple is choosing to delay, not that the couple is delayed, They're saying that the couple is choosing. So it's a choice that they're making to delay it. It is not a case where they can't have children. It's a case where they can, but they are choosing to delay. Right, Kelly? So you should have gone with your first answer.
Sir, but it feels like you're wrong.
No man, that answer was fine.
Okay, sir.
So the answer that you were proposing with this answer, the idea of medical issues some would also be a valid reason. The one partner may have some sort of medical defect or deficiency, which, if in the event that they tried to have a child, it would um, maybe cause death of that said partner. Right? So that could work.
Okay, sir.
All right. So Brianna, let's go. Bring me up to the bring me to the next question. We want to oh hold on. Natajani had responded to this question in the chat. So not having a proper job to provide enough money to family to provide all right, so not having a proper job to provide enough money to family needs or for family needs, right? So when we are responding to these questions, we want to respond in full statements. So we try to bring me back to the second question, Hyman. Right. So we want to start off our response by saying a newly married couple may delay parenthood because, right? So we want to start off like that because they may not have enough money to provide for the needs of the child and themselves, right? So next, so you can move on now. Move to the next one. All right. So outline two reasons why emotional readiness is necessary for good parenting. Outline two reasons why emotional readiness is necessary for good parenting. So we want two reasons. Who is coming?
Sure.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
All right, sir. Let me try this one. Okay. A reason why emotional readiness is necessary for good parenting is because if you are not emotionally prepared, it can lead to bad choices as a parent, which can affect the child, which can affect the child in the present and future of his life. That could have been said better, I know.
All right, so Martin, while we take another response, you fix it better and then we'll come back for the better
Yes, sir. Yes,
response.
sir.
Sir,
Yes, Kelly.
parenting can become very challenging, and it can bring a lot of pressure towards the parent, and not many people work well under pressure, and this will force them to make
Rash decisions.
this will force them to make rash decisions that they'll regret, sir.
Okay. All right. Who's coming next? Let me hear from somebody else. Jamal, Joanne, Macada, Patricia, Rhea, Shaquille, Sonia. Come on, let's go. Why is emotional readiness important?
Sir,
Yes, we're hearing you.
emotional readiness is necessary for good parenting because when a parent is not emotionally there to support their child, they might they would not they would not be there. They would not have enough. I forgot what I was going to say. They wouldn't be able to support the child mentally. That's what I was going to say. So if a parent is not emotionally ready, they will not be there emotionally to support their child.
Okay. So when we look at the aspects of the self, we realize that one key aspect is the emotional self. And if parents are not emotionally ready to take on the responsibility of caring for the welfare of another human being, then that individual, that child that they're going to take under their wings is going to fall out. They're not going to become a viable part of the society. Right? So parents have to be emotionally ready because they are the ones who offer the first training that the child will receive. And the Bible says that we should train up a child in the way that he should grow so that when he's old, he will not depart from it. So if the parent is not emotionally ready, then that parent is going to produce unstable children. So they're going to train unstable children and they're going to let loose them in the society. And then you know how that goes. So emotional readiness is very important. Good answers, my people. Martin,
Yeah.
icing on the cake. Let's move on to the next one. Martin, come on, man. We're ready for you. Put on the icing on the cake.
Sir, you have to give me some time to see what I have to do and think, sir. You can't just
Listen, me,
push me.
Martin. Listen to me, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is football. I pass the ball to you. I want it back same time. So
God,
put on
sir.
the icing on the cake and let's go to question C.
Sir, too much people around. If I give you the ball same time, them take it away, sir. So I have to keep it for a while and think about what to do with it.
All right, Martin. While you're thinking, we'll be at question number 1C. Suggest giving full details.
Wait, sir. What did you want me to answer? This or the previous one?
Yeah, that's why I said put the icing on the cake for the previous one. So listen,
That I can answer. I thought you were talking about this one, sir.
no, Martin.
Okay. For that
You
one, I
want
was
to
going to
attention?
say emotional preparedness. Wait, can I see the question again so I can see how
So
to
it's
answer it?
emotional readiness. Why is emotional readiness important
Okay,
as a part of parenting?
emotional readiness is important as a part of parenthood is because if a child realizes that their parent is not in the emotional state to take care of them, they can feel that they are unwanted or they're not needed in the home.
Which may lead them to
Psychological distress or mental distress.
psychological distress. All right, and they may become street children because they may run away.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
because they are suffering from emotional trauma and abuse. Beautiful, Bergeron.
Okay, sir,
All
I'm not
right.
sure if I can answer this one. I have to go for a second.
So just giving full details. Three strategies which parents may use to encourage their children to communicate with them. This is important, very important. Um, so it's going to be 12 marks, right? And it is asking you for how many things is it asking you for? So it's
Three.
asking you for three strategies that are fully developed, right? Details, right? And then it is asking you to suggest or to explain why each of the strategies will work. How many marks for each strategy? How many marks for each strategy? Why are you moving the page? Let us think with our brains. Leave the page as it is. The question is there. It says three strategies, 6 marks. Explain why each will work, 6 marks. How many marks for each strategy?
Who? Master?
Who's speaking?
Jonathan Johnny.
Natajane, how many strategy, how many marks for each strategy?
2 marks.
All right, so 2 marks for each strategy. Good. Now that we have that out of the way. So we have 3 strategies to give. Now, please note that you must not justify the strategies in the strategy. You are simply identifying the strategy. Note that it gives you plain and clear. So it gives you strategy 1 and it gives you the lines that you should do strategy 1 on. And then it gives you the justification. So where you will be giving now full explanation as to why the strategy will work. Right? Very important. All right. Who's coming first? Who's going first? So, 3 strategies which parents may use to encourage their children to communicate with them. Come on now, let's go. All right, don't let me start choosing people, you know. All right. So in 10 seconds, I'm going to call somebody. Wow, we have a lot of quiet people here today.
Wait,
Is it that
sir.
I should? Yeah, go ahead, Martin.
Okay, sir. I just wanted to say, um, I'm back, and I wanted to know if anybody answered yet, or if there's anything so that I don't repeat.
No, sir, nobody. It look like it's me and you alone on the football field today.
Sir,
Okay, I'll let Kelly go
And
first,
and
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 while I
look like
think more.
Kelly. Look like Kelly.
She's
so
scoring
sir,
all the goals, sir. Kelly's scoring all the goals.
3 strategies in which parents can use
No,
to
Kelly.
have.
No,
Huh?
Kelly. No. Look what is happening. You see, they ask for strategy 1, so you don't need to name 3
Okay.
strategies in this.
Sir, I just wanted to,
No. So based on how they set up this section, you don't need to name the strategies, right? Like that. In strategy 1, you simply just identify what strategy 1 is in this space. Good?
So sir,
Previously,
in strategy 1, they can find time to talk to them every day, sir. They may have a busy schedule.
no. Kelly,
Yes, sir.
we're going to start off by saying parents, the first strategy that parents may use to encourage their children to communicate with them is
Okay. The first strategy in which parents may use to what? Encourage their children to communicate is finding time to talk with them every day. They may have a tight schedule most of the time, but parents can try to help their child or children with their homework or to see how their day was or even to have bonding time while washing the dishes.
Kelly, those sound like reasons why you would do the thing and not necessarily the strategy itself.
Okay.
You have to set it so that it,
So, sir,
it,
like, all
it
right, all that I
it's
said a while ago,
it's
could I probably say,
strategic.
you may have a tight schedule most of the time, but so might your kids, with school, extracurricular activities, friends, or after school jobs. Your children may also find it hard to make time for anything outside of their schedule. However, there should always be a little time each day to set aside for communication.
Right. Whether it is when we are doing the dishes, doing homework, um, doing chores around the house. Right? Good.
Okay, sir.
That's the strategy. Good?
Okay, sir.
All right.
Let me have a crack at it now, sir.
No, then Chino tell me why this strategy going to work.
Lord Jesus. Kelly, you
So
ready for that? You ready for that?
Okay, sir.
so no, so the first strategy is scheduling time. That's it, Kelly?
Yes, sir.
Right. So have scheduled times for communicating. Schedule it. So why this will work now?
Um, sir, it will work because as a parent, taking advantage of oh,
Kelly,
take
you want some time, Kelly?
sure.
Yeah, let me try save you. Let me try save you. All right, sir. While she thinks, I'll give strategy number two.
Okay,
Let me try.
Martin.
Let me try strategy number two. Okay, sir. How I start off again? A strategy in which parents may use to encourage their children to communicate
So
with
it would
them
be
is
so you're at strategy two. So you would say the second strategy that a
yes.
parent may use.
All right. Okay, sir. Thank you. The second strategy in which parents may use to encourage their children to communicate with them is to show interest in when the child talks to the parent about any topic that they find interesting. That good for the strategy part, sir?
All right. So so the parent will do what?
Show interest in what the child has to say when when they talk to each other.
Right. So allow the child to take the lead in talking
Mhm.
about things that the child wants to talk about.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Yeah. Basically, yeah, I'm saying that they have
All
to show interest in it so that the child feels that okay, they care about what I'm saying, and it encourages them to continue talking to them more because they know that this parent has a interest in what they are saying, so it gives them a reason to talk because someone is listening.
is that this is that the justification there coming out?
Well, in yeah, but that's not how I would properly word it if I was supposed to write it down.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So you want to give me the justification now, or you want to allow Kelly to come back now?
Well, I'll just say the justification to
Right,
finish
go ahead.
strategy two, and then Kelly can finish her justification, and then we just have the third strategy left.
All right, beautiful. Go ahead.
But sir, just to be sure, how how would I necessarily start off the justification part?
So you're justifying the strategy. So you say that this strategy will work because,
All right, thank
or if you want to repeat what the strategy is, then you can go ahead and do that and say it will work because.
you. Okay. Well, this strategy will work because if a parent shows interest in what a child has to say, this will encourage the child to come to this parent more and talk to them because they know this parent is listening to what they're saying and cares about what they're saying. That's good, sir.
And this will,
This will this will encourage them to communicate with them more.
okay. So opening up the lines of communication where it is the child has the option of leading the conversation will allow the child definitely to come to the parent more often than not because the child knows that the parent will listen and
And that
the
the parent
parent
cares
yeah
about the
the
topic
parent
that the child is talking about.
right the parent cares about what is on my mind. Yeah. All right,
Well,
Kelly.
I hand over to Kelly. Yeah.
Yeah, Kelly, come through,
I,
Kelly.
I I took up as much time as I could for you, Kelly.
That should be strategy three.
Okay, sir. So proper, what is it now? Time scheduling? So I go. That made it, sir.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah. You were talking about
so
scheduling time for the child.
right. So scheduling time.
Okay, sir. So the times, when me for answer now? How is it effective or how will it be effective?
Yeah, why will it work?
Okay, sir. It will work. Okay. Proper time scheduling or scheduling will not only be effective for the child but also the parents. Um, it shows that regardless of the things that you have to do, you're available to your child. So there's a bit of availability there, and your child know that they have someone to talk to, even if they're scared to talk to other people. You're there for them. They have you for, let us say, someone to vent to. You, as a parent, you probably don't want to talk to anybody else either, and there are some things parents and children share, like you create bonds right there. If you understand what I'm saying, sir.
Yes, Kelly, I get what you're saying. All right, Kelly. So I guess this is one of the things that you need to work on then.
Explanation.
Yes. All right. But you're doing well.
Sir, you see, if I must
Yeah.
write it on the paper, it come out different, you know. But
I
Mm,
know, man. I
very
know. But
very different.
you
Very
have to
it
learn. You
really
have to,
does come out different.
you have to learn to get the hang of speaking in public. And I like the fact that we are doing this because it allows us to get out of our skin, out of our shell. Because we have persons who are excellent writers, like um, many of you are here. I think most of you are pretty good in your own way. But then there are others who then just love talk. Yeah.
Right
Some
here,
people
sir. Right here.
are better talkers than writers. So we are try allow everybody to become good talkers, or you say good speakers, orators, and
sir,
this.
it's not that I'm scared of public speaking, you know. The thing is that, you
You're
see,
not
like
scared,
how I
man.
have to answer the question on spot. You see, if like I had a presentation to do, I would like speak, but because I have to answer it on spot. That's why
Yeah,
the
man.
words are jumbled. I know what I want to say, but it's not coming out in the way that I want it to be stated.
Yeah, man. That's the idea. On the spot thinking to sharpen your mind. You'll thank me later. Don't worry. All right. So let's go to. Okay. Thank you, Martin and Kelly, for those responses. We need a third strategy. So who's coming now? So we've been hearing from Martin for a long time. We've been hearing from Kelly, and we've heard from Natajane and Brianna once. So what happened to the rest of us? What happened to Rhea? What happened to Shaquille? What happened to Sanya? What happened to Patricia and Rashana? What's happening with Macada? What's happening with Joanne? What's happening with Jamal? I would think that we are just logging into the class and we are not actually at class. We are at home doing chores or we are communicating with our parents. What's happening?
Okay, our next one is getting to know how your child communicates.
All right. So beautiful. So but that needs more details, though. Yeah.
Yes, sir, I'm not good at that. Okay, sir.
You don't have to be good at it, so but try. And then I will fill in the gaps for you if needs be.
Sir, give me a second, sir.
So let me get my words together, sir.
Anybody else want to try? All right, so it says that 3 strategies which parents may use to encourage their children to communicate with them. One strategy that I would use to encourage my child to communicate with me is compensating him or her whenever they come to me to communicate, right? Now, we know that children respond well to compensation. They love getting compensated. And that's what I do because you love getting compensated. And once you know that when you come to me, you're going to get compensated, then naturally you're going to want to continue to come, right? So the law of compensation. Yeah.
So, sir, quick question, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So when you going to adapt me, sir?
Oh my
We
goodness.
can talk. We can talk every day, every hour of the day.
Okay. You got jokes, Martin. So like for my daughter now, she likes she 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 will tell me that, hey dad, I mean, I try to get her off the computer, off the tablet. So I say, all right, for every book that you read, I give you $1,000, but I get to select the book. So she said, all right, no problem. Yeah,
Sir, I hope. How old is she, sir?
she's 10.
Sir, I hope you're not giving her no long books to read for a little $1,000, you know, sir.
No, man, I give her educational material to read, man.
Mm,
Yeah. So for
okay.
every book that she reads, she get paid. So you have to think outside of the box. If me remember, you're the child in the situation, So what would you want your parent to do to get you to communicate with them? And why do you think that it would work? You know what I mean?
Sir, you see, all of us here. Let me say, all of us here understand that, sir. But you see, the thing is, like how we don't want to talk to our parents and we want to stay behind the laptop screen, it's very hard to come up with these type of things.
All right.
I can't relate. I've not been liking this laptop or tablet idea since
Really?
this whole
Well,
COVID thing.
I rather in-person school, yes, but uh I don't really care to talk to my
Well,
parents.
sir, I'd rather to read the books than to use this thing, to be very honest. So,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, me rather face to face. Cause right now me don't know who named Kelly. Half of them me don't know. Yeah. So right now me that prefer face to face for real.
sir, ask Miss Thompson who named Kelly.
Ask Miss ask
Mrs.
Miss Tom
Thompson.
ask Mrs. Thompson who named Kelly.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and she will tell me.
Yes, sir. Ask her who is
Oh.
Kelly D.
All right, when she comes back.
Right.
All right. So
So say let me try a strategy too,
no Martin, no Martin. We
Oh,
want somebody else. Where are the rest of the people them in our world? Brian, me know Kavari now let me down. Kavari, talk to me. If Kavari ever. Kavari? No, sir. All right. Look.
oh God,
Yes,
sir,
Yes,
my
sir.
Kavari.
goodness. He's here, thank God.
Oh
Kavari,
my
what is
God.
your strategy?
My strategy. Oh my God. Um, I'm not sure, but maybe if if you as a parent make the child feel comfortable, they might express their feelings. So I'm not really sure.
All right,
Like
Kavari.
if you make the whole like your home the environmental like a comfortable surrounding where the child won't be afraid.
right? So one strategy that the parent may use is creating an atmosphere of ease, a- an atmosphere of friendship, right? And not an atmosphere of hostility and anger, an atmosphere of love, an atmosphere of joy, an atmosphere where individuals feel appreciated. Yeah, that will allow children definitely to talk, because if they feel loved and if they feel appreciated and if they feel as though they are welcomed, then of course they're going to want to talk to their parents. All right, Kavari. All right, Martin, you had a third strategy.
Yes, sir. I was thinking about this one, that if the parent takes part in activities with the child that the child likes, if they take part in activities together, like say a son and a father play football together, or say the person they go on runs together or stuff like that, or any other thing, any other small activities, whether big or large, probably go out to eat with the child.
Yeah. So one strategy that parents may use to encourage children to communicate with them is creating room for activities to be done together, such as going to the park, taking a walk, um, jogging, watching a movie, um, playing a quiz game, right? So all of these different things that will lend itself to individuals being in the same space, right? Or once you're in the same space, then some amount of communication will take place. All
Sir,
right, Martin, very good. Yes.
sir, what about like if parents
Excuse
involve?
me, sir.
All right, we get a lot of persons coming through. All right, so Kavari, finish up and then we take the next person.
Sir, I'm saying like, what if parents involve children in like some like conversations? So like the child would know that the child would know that their opinion matters.
All right, so Kavari, remember the light conversation is still communication, you know. So the idea is, how is it that we move from a space where there is no communication to communication? So we can't say that light communication will lead to greater communication when there is no communication at all, right?
Right, sir.
All right, all right. Who was saying, excuse me, sir?
Sir, I was asking, I don't know if this will be a strategy, sir, but I was saying that, oh, sorry, excuse me, sir. I was saying that I don't know if this will be a strategy, sir, but one strategy, if it will be a strategy their parents' undivided attention when they're when they're trying motivate them to continue, and in the future they will have more like conversations and stuff like that.
All right, Patricia. You jumped out when you were given the strategy, so we heard bits and pieces of it. So go again.
Sir, okay, sir. So I was saying that. What was I saying again? Oh, sir, I was saying. Oh, yes, that if the child feels one strategy that would, sir, the child like
if the child feels that they have their parents undivided attention, they're trying to communicate with them, it would be easier.
All right, Patricia, here what you're gonna do. You're gonna type that in the chat because you're bouncing out each time. All right, let's go to the next question now.
Oh, okay.
Martin, you wanted to add something?
No, sir, I wasn't adding to the strategies. It's not important anymore. You can continue.
All right, define the term culture. Define the term culture.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, man, go
Um,
ahead.
Culture is the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular set of people or society.
Example
Hey,
of a cultural practice.
sir, still for me?
Or you want to give aspects of culture. Yes, still for you. We can give an example in the definition. So aspects of culture.
Aspects of culture, sir.
Yeah. What are the parts of culture?
All
You don't
right.
know? I like that.
Aspect of culture is language,
Right. Yeah. So
language norms.
language, beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good, good. Thank you, Martin. Very good. Question two, list two factors which contribute to the cultural variety seen in the Caribbean music. List two factors which contribute to the cultural variety seen in Caribbean music. And this shouldn't be something that's very difficult.
So if you don't listen to music like me, this is the hardest question on the exam.
Though you wouldn't have needed to listen to music to
Well, sir,
know.
I don't pay attention to music. Worse, Caribbean. Oh my god.
All
Oh,
right. That's very sad though.
I'll hand this one off to somebody else, sir. Kelly, want to try?
After Kelly. No, Kelly look like he disappear.
No, Kelly is here. I'm
Oh,
trying to. What's the question now?
it's on the screen, dearie.
Outline two reasons why.
The list two factors, not the two reasons.
Kelly look like him a play music, and a question about music, Kelly. You're not going on good, Kelly, at all, at all, at all.
Sir, our history. So, one, these two factors which contribute to the cultural. Okay. One factor
It'll only
which
be our history,
huh?
It could only be our history. So that is too general.
Okay. Um, the cultural variety. But sir, the history is a broad topic. What may I look for now?
Yeah, something within the history that gives away the answer. Yeah. So, what are the aspects of culture? Go back to that.
Dance. Um, hold on, sir.
What are the aspects of culture that we mentioned earlier? Martin gave examples and I gave examples.
So you could say a factor which contributes to the cultural variety seen in Caribbean music is the way we speak.
Yeah, the language has to do
Mm-hmm.
a lot with the variety.
Because of the way
Yeah,
the words used in the song. Yeah. So that's factor one.
exactly.
There we go. I did it. I did it.
Yeah, I told you, Martin, you need not be listening to the music.
So that's
The
factor one. We
language,
need one more.
any language that is spoken across the Caribbean, um, we realize is a significant part of
So,
the variety in the music. So,
so sir,
if
if language is one, that
mhm,
would mean that, sir, dance would be one as well.
definitely.
Right.
So the variety in our music, the cultural variety speaks to the fact now that for the language, so we in Jamaica we know we speak the Queen's English, yeah, but we know we have our own. We speak the Queen's English,
I know,
but
sir.
right, but we also have our Jamaican Creole, our patois, which is unique to Jamaica, right? And when we go to Haiti, they have their own Creole language, which is unique to them. When we go to Trinidad, they have their accent. So you'll find that we can identify a singer or a song based on the language, based on the accent, based on the type of dancing that is taking place, right? Based on the sounds that we hear. So when we hear the steel pan from Trinidad and Tobago, then we know definitely that it is um, calypso. When we hear the drums and the bass guitar in Jamaica, then we know that it is reggae music, don't? When we see the type of dress, then we know says dancehall, or we know that it is reggae, or we know that it is carnival, right? So there are a lot of factors there. So dress, dance, um, language. All right, let's move on to the next one. Brianna, all right. Outline two reasons why Caribbean musicians may wish to promote their particular style of music. Brianna, this question is for you. So
No.
tell me one reason why you would promote your style of music. Remember, it's Caribbean music we're talking about. And I know that many of you don't really dabble in Caribbean music, but why would Caribbean musicians wish to promote their particular style of music?
Um,
Hyman,
sir, to introduce their culture to like the listeners, because like, sir, through music, the artists could basically teach the listeners various things about like their cultures or their way of living.
example? All right.
Like, sir, I think there was a song by I think his name was Version or something like that, and he was saying that him eat dumpling and butter and him used to suffer or something like that, sir. I don't really pay attention to those type of music.
Okay then. All right. So one reason for the promotion of a particular style of music is that it can shed light on that particular musician's cultural heritage. So we look at the work of Bob Marley and the Wailers in the 70s, early 80s. coming in, and we realize that because of the work of these musicians, then the culture of Rastafarianism has actually become um, widespread in the Caribbean. So that's one reason. Yeah. Another reason.
Uh, all right, sir. The second reason why Caribbean musicians may wish to promote their particular style of music is for popularity,
Okay.
to make to make themselves more widely known across the countries.
Definitely. Anybody else? Come true, no man. If you sing one song, why you the one popularize the thing? Why you the one promote it? If you have an album, why you the one promote it? Don't forget money.
Sir, for money.
Sure. Hey, Kavari. Hey, man, come over there, no, man. Yes, man. You the promote the thing for get money, aya. So a Caribbean musician will try to promote theme style of music because the more popular his style or her style of music becomes, then of course the more revenue possibility exists. Cool, no, man. Y'all get money. All right. Let's move on to the next phase. All right. Kavari, make sure you're ready now. One of these is yours. And Brianna, one is yours as well. We don't want to hear from Kelly or Martin at this particular juncture. We want to hear from the others. All right. So just giving full details, 3 strategies of the Ministry of Culture, right? 3 strategies that they may use to encourage artists to create music featuring the Caribbean rhythm. And what is the Caribbean rhythm? So,
God, sir, why you stop me, sir? I have one come in my head same time, sir. Oh God, let me take one.
all right, go on.
All right, sir. Strategy. All right, sir. I have to do it in the proper way again.
Definitely, you're
Okay.
answering the proper
The first
question.
strategy in which the Ministry of Culture may use to encourage artists to create music featuring the Caribbean rhythm is compensation.
Bop, my friend.
And the reason why this strategy will work is because if an
No,
artist is
no,
given.
no, 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 no. It says giving full details of the
uh,
strategy.
all right, so let me try again. Okay. The first strategy the Ministry of Culture may use to
Compensation.
pardon
So, all
is.
right, skip the part there. So the first strategy is compensation,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how them all get them compensation?
Sir, I know.
All right, help him there,
Go
Kavari.
again. Go, Kabari.
So how will the
Sir, repeat.
ministry go about providing this compensation?
In the form of cash, money,
All right. So,
payment.
all right. So as a means of compensation, the ministry will set up um, grants, contracts, so that for every song that is done in the Caribbean rhythm, then these individuals will receive a hefty reward, and so on. Yeah, good. Kavari, come through and add the rest to it.
So, sir, we don't need to justify that one there, cause we know. So,
No, you have to justify it. Why it gonna work?
this.
Um,
Oh, go on, Kabari, go on.
sir, I, well, oh, well, I know that the Ministry of Culture. Well, I think the Ministry of Culture gonna get the money from tourism because music is based in the Caribbean, and many different people from around the world going to want to venture. But I'm not sure how it's gonna work.
Sir.
Oh, okay, go.
All right, you're not sure why it gonna work? Then you're not easy, man. Sir. Then hold on you know. If the ministry come to me and say I and I go get money, if I and I sing in a particular Caribbean rhythm, then right away it go work because
Exactly.
right away, yes, Martin?
No, say you started it, sir, so you might as well finish
Yeah,
it.
so I'm saying right away, most musicians desire compensation because as musicians, their career is in music. And in order for their career to be successful and in order for them to continue in their career, they must receive money. So if they are going to be receiving money for doing Caribbean rhythmic music, then of course it is going to be a successful strategy because if for every song that I produce, promote with Caribbean rhythm, I will be compensated, then naturally I'm going to be producing this sort of music because I am sure that I will be receiving money for my work. It is automatic. I produce, I get money. I produce, I get money. So naturally I'm going to go towards that. Let's hear the next strategy. Brianna,
Sir, honestly, I don't know.
So if you're desperate, I think I have another idea.
be very desperate. Go on.
All right, sir. The second strategy the Ministry of Culture may use to encourage artists to create music featuring the Caribbean rhythm is by promoting this music across the
But,
island so
that's
that it can become more popular and more well known, as well as the artist's name and background. And this strategy will work because the artist will receive a level of popularity among the country and the country surrounding that specific country.
yeah. So if you get free publicity, then naturally, I know nothing wrong here, you know, you're simply creating songs with Caribbean rhythm, and the government is going to be giving you free publicity, free advertisement, free airtime on whether it is TV, radio, social media platforms. So the government is going to allow your thing to just be there and your music to be everywhere in the air all over. Then wow, yeah. Naturally, definitely. All right, let's hear the third strategy. Kavari, Kavari, you don't have a strategy.
So I'm thinking about one, sir.
Oh, okay. All right, so we look at the whole business of compensation as the first strategy, right? And then we look at the whole business of money compensation in terms of monetary. And then the second strategy being that of publicity. What's another thing that the Ministry of Culture could do?
A strategy that the Ministry of Culture may use to encourage artists to create music featuring the Caribbean rhythm would be by hiring them to do certain jobs. This hiring them to maybe advertise in politics or maybe hire them to
All right, let me help you. So if you promote Caribbean rhythm, then I am going to allow you to become the cultural ambassador for my country. You know? So you becoming the cultural ambassador will mean that you will go everywhere. An ambassador go everywhere and represent their country, don't? So you are the ambassador, so you go all over and represent because simple, yeah, promote Caribbean music. So yeah, you go everywhere. Why this strategy will work? Because again, people want notoriety, people want exposure. And
Yes,
as
sir.
an ambassador, you're going to go all over the world and your music will follow you, your culture will follow you. You will become the face of the Caribbean as the cultural ambassador. So naturally, yeah. Thank you so much, Rhea. I didn't know you were still here. Thought
Yes,
you were
sir.
hiding away. All right, beautiful, Smith. All right. So we have come to the end of our class. I really wanted to go to question 3, but we have gone all the way up to 6 o'clock, and we were only supposed to stay for 1 hour. Um, Lord Brianna, you couldn't even make me ask them if they want to do the next question. No, sir.
Well, sir, it was a very interesting class. So
All right. So remind me next class to let
Monday.
us. Right. So Monday, let us try and finish. Let us do question 3, and then we
Mhm.
will move on to looking at the resources.
All right, sir.
Right? Okay. So have a
And
good
and
night,
and sir,
everybody.
you wanna know what's perfect about this for you?
Mm-hmm.
You see, like how you made it available in the group. Them have the weekend to come up with them answers.
Okay. And then yeah.
That
Thanks.
way, me and Kelly can take a break Monday for the first part.
Don't me and Kelly not a
All right.
Sir, this
So
require
so
some
everybody work on question 3, especially the strategies, so that we can have you sharing your strategies on Monday. All right. Have a
Yes,
good
yes,
have a
sir.
good weekend. Have a good night.
Thank you, and the same to you, sir.
All right. Bye bye, everybody.
Bye, sir.